Ben might hold the title of Mr. Lover Lover, but it's Jarret Gahan who lays claim to Mr. Romantic. And he's here right now to sweep us off our feet. G'day, mate.
Good day, gentlemen, and how you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Feeling very romantic.
Yeah, well, I can see
Lovely,
you
lovely.
something very reminiscent of the late 80s, early 90s Australiana in the background
I
there.
reckon there might even be a little bit of oh, hello, there's you.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
There he
Right.
is, Alan.
Oh, God, he's so
Okay,
still,
it's
too.
on
He's
that
like a
one.
statue.
He's focused.
He's getting some good gear out of the person in that car there. No, I'm just kidding.
How you
Oh,
doing this week, mate?
good guys. Yeah, just been busy working on a few projects, working on some stuff for Umbrella for their upcoming Dating the Enemy and True Love and Chaos, not True Love and Chaos, Love and Other Catastrophes. I always get those two confused just because they got awfully
And,
similar titles, very
and
different
it's
films.
actually it's True Love and Chacos.
Oh yes, of course,
That's what it is.
Chacos.
You know
So just
what?
keep him busy.
I was almost going to do Love and Other Catastrophes for my rom-com recommendation on this episode, but I thought to myself, no, I want to watch it again fresh, and I knew that there was a release coming, so I'm like, better bank that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
save
that's
that one for down the track.
I'm definitely waiting for the Blu-ray to come out for the rewatch.
Yeah.
Unless I have to check because every now and then Umbrella sneak out the HD files on Broly before the disc is released.
Yes, I will.
Not at this point, though. Not
I'm
with
just
that
trying
one.
to think. No, yes, I'm working with the restoration print at the moment, so it's well and truly ready. I think I'm just waiting on the other one. The what was the other one that I mentioned?
Dating the Enemy.
Dating the Enemy. That's the one I'm waiting for the remaster of. But yeah, so just keep him busy with work. Trying to avoid buying any local titles at the moment, just in case there is one of those annual JB sales at the end of the month where it's buy one get one free. Because they
Yeah.
always put the Swifty 20, like 20% a couple of weeks before, and they're tempting me hard because I do want that departed 4K. But I'm just going to cool my jets and wait till the end of the month. And worst case scenario, there is no sale, then oh well, I'll just have to
Yeah, I'm
I'll
I'm
have to
I'm
buy it.
hoping that the June lenticular special edition from Imprint is still available when this next sale hits.
Which one in particular?
The June, the Ju- oh, the sorry, the
Oh, oh,
June
June as in like, yeah, sorry, I thought you meant their June
that one.
releases, and I was like, that's not
Yeah.
going to happen. You're not holding out for a copy of Halloween 2 with the
I've
lenticular?
already I
Let's
picked
just
up Halloween 2 and
Oh,
Halloween
you
3.
did. Oh, there you
I
go. Yeah, like this again is one of my favorite of their 3D lenticular covers. This one really lends itself quite well because it's got that good depth of feel. And
I
there's
was surprised. So I put them all out. I put all my lenticulars out, including like the Haunting of Julia and stuff like
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
they look great on on the shelf from a distance, face front. They look great, and like the Roadhouse, which I when they
Oh, did you
announced
get
it,
the Roadhouse as well?
a bit weird, but I succumbed. I bought the Roadhouse.
Did you buy the 4K of Roadhouse as well?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you've got it on 4K and Blu-ray. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Oh, what a pack of losers.
what about the interior of the Halloween 2? It reminds me, remember when Force Video first released Halloween 2 or Infograms and then Force Video, and that was the artwork they used. That's on the
Yeah.
inside.
Look,
So it brings back some early memories.
just for the benefit of people that are listening to this and not watching, this is
Oh, of course.
we're holding up covers of movies, and so yeah, go to YouTube or Facebook and you can see the video of this conversation.
Yeah. Okay, so this week's releases. Let's cut to the chase, lads. The first release I couldn't be any less excited about. It's coming from Paramount Pictures. It's the Mean Girls 2024 version. I did say to the wife the other week, because it's landed on Paramount Plus ahead of the physical release, which is a rarity for Paramount Plus, because I'd have to say it's the worst streaming service out there. God help us. But anyway, I said to the wife, what about this Mean Girls? Should we give it a look? And she said, I'm just not interested. And I said, yeah, neither am I. I was hoping she might have a little bit of enthusiasm and that would drive me to want to watch it. But needless to say, I won't be watching it,
We
and I won't be picking up the 4K Blu-ray and DVD. And you're going to tell me that you've got one of the stars of the show on.
Next week.
Oh, well, okay then. Well,
Yeah.
at least you've seen it. You don't have to weigh in on your thoughts on this episode. We can wait for a future episode down the track. But anyway, yeah, that one's coming out on home entertainment this week. Unfortunately, though, this would have been a beautiful opportunity for Paramount or All Interactive Distribution to release the original Mean Girls on 4K, because it's just got released overseas to tie in with the release of this remake. Unfortunately, they haven't seen fit at this point in time to do so, which is a damn shame, because I would definitely upgrade Blu-ray for 4K.
Are you deliberately ignoring Mean Girls 2?
Oh yeah, that's a DTV sequel. It's like if I was talking about Kindergarten Cop 2 or that sequel to Sudden Death. Was it Sudden Death 2?
Welcome to Sudden Death.
We did mention we mentioned last week on the show, Jarret, that
Roadhouse... No, but Roadhouse 2 is fine, because I think it's it's been out for a period of time, just as Vacancy 2 has. So I think those films have sort of earned their due mention. But yeah, so Mean Girls. Enough shitting on the Mean Girls.
So if you've ever seen Roadhouse 2, you will know that is not the case. That movie does not deserve any kind
the Blu-ray treatment.
And yet I miss it so.
Should have got the DVD release. It never should have. I don't know how they've got the financing together for it. Maybe on paper it looked great, but
I'm sure the Blu-ray will look lovely on your shelf, Ben. So don't hesitate. And then you can pass the DVD back to Glenn, and Glenn will be at peace. At peace. Now, the next one I want to mention that's coming out from Madman, it's from the VVS Films catalogue. It's only coming out on DVD, and I just had to give you a heads up before. It is not an instructional video, lads, so don't rush out there to buy it. It's called How to Have Sex. It picked up a BAFTA. It picked up an award at the Cannes Film Festival. And it's headed out to DVD this week, so you can watch it in all its SD glory.
Yeah, right. I guess the kind of people that movie appeals to, I've heard nothing but great things, but they're going to watch it on a streaming service. They're not buying the physical media.
Rushing out for a physical copy of it.
You would think that the perverts that do buy physical media would be all over it, because then they can, pause it. Now you've got
Take
the freedom
notes.
on it.
Yeah. Well, I can see that one flying off the shelves then.
Each chapter is like a step 1, step 2.
The next title's from Vision Entertainment, and they're continuing their run of releasing new release films. So it's another new release title with Saws Tobin Bell and what's her name, Jamie Presley in it as well, titled Finders Keepers, and they're doing it on Blu-ray and DVD, which is good, because generally these films are only getting DVD releases. And typically the studios, you're lucky even if they're getting a physical release locally. So good on Vision for putting that one out on physical media and on the
title like that in that cast. Jamie Presley and James Tobin getting it on. Is that what it?
No, Tobin Bell.
No, Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell. I don't know if I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. But I have a feeling that. Well, look, I don't even want to speculate as to what it's about, but I don't think there's any intimate scenes between those two.
No, I have this image of Tobin Bell like throwing her over his shoulder and going, "Finders keepers."
You're from me. I'm just glad that it's not a reimagining of the 1980s classic for keeps, because that would be an awkward film if it had those two in it. And now that's all the releases for this week, but I do have some news, lads. And that is that The Crow 4K UHD has been brought forward to July 3rd. So all the way from the September release that I mentioned the other week to July. And it's coming out on 4K in a steelbook as well as a standard 4K. Good news is that while there's no Blu-ray component, all the special features are on the 4K disc, so you're not missing anything. And it's pretty much a best of the archival stuff. There's nothing new, and there's a couple things missing from the previous Lionsgate release that came out in the States like a decade or so ago.
How's that audio going to be?
Well, yeah, they're just recycling the bloody audio from the Blu-ray. It's Paramount. They make no effort. I tell you what, it's so disappointing because, we've got this Crow release. Now, I mentioned earlier Mean Girls, even in the US and UK, the release, they didn't do an Atmos track for that either. But they have got two other titles that are coming out much sooner. They're coming out June 5th. Two more Paramount catalog titles, and again, neither have Atmos. Somewhat disappointing, and even more disappointing is the fact that neither have Blu-ray components, which mean you don't get any special features because there's no special features on the 4K discs. First one's Footloose, and this is the 40th anniversary of Footloose. It's a solid release. I picked up the US Steelbook some time ago. Sadly, no Atmos. It could have benefited. Like, that film really could have benefited from Atmos. And there is even a new featurette on the Blu-ray component for that, which is a shame, yeah, that they're not doing locally. And the other one that's coming out June 5th is Primal Fear with Richard Gere. And what's that other chap's name that directed American History X? Oh, no, that's right. He didn't.
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton, that's the one. And so, yeah, that one's coming out on 4K, but I haven't picked it up yet. I was on the fence about it. I got it on Blu-ray. I don't know if I need that film on 4K, to be honest. But look, if the price is right, I'll be in.
It's one of the great movie twists.
Oh, it's such a great movie. I just don't think it'll be vastly improved in the 4K format. If it had Atmos, there'd be no question. I'd be all over it. But yeah, in this instance, I just don't see the necessity to upgrade.
Isn't it very problematic by today's standards? Because Edward Norton's basically, I don't know what you'd call it. What's the blackface of someone who's intellectually disabled?
But he's not.
But he's playing that.
Oh,
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
I thought, yeah, well, there you go. If you haven't seen it, the movie was released 30 years ago, but
you don't know. Sorry.
Maybe order the release from overseas so you can give it from somewhere like Wow HD, which take like 8 weeks to get something from. So you'll probably have forgotten it by then.
I mean, it is forgivable to think that Edward Norton actually is retarded.
Yeah. While we're at it, if you haven't seen The Usual Suspects, no, I'm not going to. No, I'm just going to say anything else.
There's a whole episode of twist revealed.
Yeah, but that's all the news and all the releases this week. Not super satisfying, but there's something for everyone. Now, Ben, anyone that's actually watching this segment on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or whatever other medium that it appears on, can you enlighten us as to your backdrop? Is it from Rollerball with James Caan or Rollerball with Chris Klein
or Tron?
The Ultimate Bromance? No, this is from, and I honestly don't know, depending on how the edit works out with Glenn, if I will have mentioned this film already. But it is the background. It is from one of my all-time favorite romantic comedies, The Cutting Edge.
I love that movie. DB Sweeney
and Moira Kelly.
Moira Kelly, love it. It's such a good film. I've never seen 2 and 3 though.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. Yeah, it just didn't feel right.
The sequels do not hold a candle to the original, unfortunately. But and it's even Roy Dotrice plays the coach. And every time I said, like, I was talking about this with someone else the other day, like. He played a character. Roy Dotrice played a character on Picket Fences, where he's the priest with the foot fetish, who likes to have sex with the shoes, and it was such like an iconic kind of slice of 90s television that forever Roy Dotrice is branded. Every time he comes up in any conversation, in any of the I seem like hundreds of movies like this guy has been in. It's always like, he's fucking a shoe. This guy's got a fucking shoe.
Can I just say something I find very amusing, Ben, is the fact that you sort of referenced you're not sure where my edit's gonna lie and whether you've already mentioned that. We record this before the show, so you can kind of just tailor your actual conversation on a show around this.
Yeah, but I can't remember
anything.
even though we're actually recording the actual show in just a few hours.
That's right.
I'll be like,
it'll be like,
yeah, that's right.
I forgot to bring up Cutting Edge. Well, like I told you, you told me for the show, you told me to come up with 10 romantic comedies to talk about. And
that should be easy for you, Ben, surely.
I've got 50.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's gonna be a long show.
It's gonna be a long show.
I hope the guest segment's small this week, because it does sound like you're gonna need extra room to fit in the other 40 films.
Oh, it's a doozy this week, so no.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. That's it for me for this week. So until next time, stay physical.
Physical.
I didn't think he even said say. He just was like, physical.
Physical.